New Trails. What's going on, my good people? Um, I'm making this message specifically for men because we have a different destiny than we have for women. Women got a destiny of this. We got a destiny of this. Like our Father, if you do believe in the Father Yah, you do believe in Jesus Christ, our Father gives us attributes that make us who we are. And so for men are given muscles. And with muscles, you can go out and accumulate funds. You can make money with your muscles. You can go out and lift heavy things with your muscles. So, what I've been trying to tell these young men is whatever greatness you're looking for is going to come at the other end of work. You won't be able to substitute this one. You won't be able to take shortcuts. It's people that take the elevator and it's people that take the stairs. Who going to appreciate getting to the top more? Is it the person on the elevator that got up there in seconds? Or is it you who took the time to go up all them stairs and learn that, okay, on this particular level, you can't just, you got to jump over a pond. Oh, on this level, you learn different things on different levels. But if you never work, let's just say you're a young man, you've been sitting camped out at the store for 15 years selling drugs, and you decide you want to change your life. You want to now um, start getting a job and work it the honest way. Well, you got to go back to step one in the hard work manual. You don't get to cut no steps just because you've decided to change your life. Well, you decided to change your life, but now you got to go back to the start um, on the free world side. Like you're not doing nothing to get arrested. You doing stuff to stay free. So this work requires you to start at level one. So in the drug dealing level, you was probably at level 10. But here on this level, you got to start back at one. And that's perfectly okay because it's stuff that you didn't learn. And on this side that you might have needed to learn is some things that you need to learn about ethics, morals, honor, duty, service. It's a lot of stuff you don't learn dealing drugs and watching your back all day. It's different. But there's no substitute for hard work, man. Everything that you want is on the other side of hard work, especially as a young man. I be seeing these young men, they hanging out of the store, wasting valuable time, sitting at the store, talking to their homies all day, pants down their ass. What is we doing? It is no substitute for hard work. Anything that you want great in this lifetime, you have to work. You have to work. Sorry. It's on the other side of hard work. You want your relationship to work? Well, let me tell you something, man. I told this story before. I told this story to the homie the other day. I said I grew up in the house where my mama made me clean and learn how to cook. That was just one of the things. She said everybody that leave my house need to learn how to do these two things successfully. So I learned how to clean up my house and I learned how to cook. Eventually I got better at cooking as I left the house. But these are two things that I learned how to do in her house. Now, let me show you how this hard work at my mama house translated into my marriage. So when women used to come to my house when I was dating, they would say, man, your house is so clean for a man. And I'd be thinking to myself, what type of men y'all dating that don't clean their damn house? This is a standard. So when women come to your house now, they know that it's a standard in your home. Oh, okay, this man here clean. I just can't come and do his house any type of way. That's the standard that sets in her head that you cleaned your house. You took the time to clean your house and took the time to really clean your house. So now women know that if you come in my house, okay, it's a standard set because this man cleans. Oh, and he cooks too. So that's another standard. So if a woman come around me and she don't do these two things, now she's gonna feel inferior. And this is not a bad thing for you because you've done the work. So now that I get into my marriage, and sometimes my wife, she's starting to get her master's, she's not gonna be able to do certain things. She's not gonna be able to do certain things, but I learned how to cook and clean at my mama house. So now I can take these particular tasks off her hands sometimes. It's not just her job to do, it's a job that I know how to do that I can go ahead and take some pressure up off her hands, especially if I'm not doing anything. And sometimes, even if I am doing something, if I want something special from my wife, if I want some late night action from my wife, and I see that she boggled down with the baby and the kids and she been struggling all day, she had to do some work because she got her own businesses too, um, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna spring into action. This is not me being Captain Save 'em. Um, I'm helping myself get what I want at the end of the night. I want some time with my wife. So let me free up some time on her end. Let me get to work. Let me clean up my house. And now she see this house clean, she'd have put the kids to sleep. I get what I wanted. So that's what I'm saying. So even in my relationship, I know there's no shortcut to what I'm looking for. It ain't no, like you're not for to bypass the hard work and get an easy, soft life in marriage. No, you still have to work. Every day I got to work for my family. Every single day I got to work for my family. This is what I know as a man. Let's go into this. Let's go into this one. I'm giving y'all different scenarios of how it ain't no substitute for this hard work. Men that done gained all this weight, you done kept eating past the threshold, and your body done start growing and expanding. Guess what? To lose that weight, you can go get Ozempic. You can start doing cleanses and doing all of these fads, or you can just go to the gym or start going your butt outside or make you a little home gym and start working out at the house. You can start doing simple things, man, that's going to continuously help you out in your life. So on the other side of hard work, when you start and all this other old stuff, man, you're going to feel better. You're going to want to do better. But when you take shortcuts and you took Ozempic and the weight's falling off, the pounds are falling off. If you don't get your ass in the gym, you're gonna look like a soup sandwich. And that is no offense to anybody. You're gonna look like a soup sandwich, losing all the damn weight that fast. You're gonna look saggy and and then you're gonna be sad in another way. Cause there ain't no way. It ain't no substitution for the hard work. You're gonna have to pick them muscles back up that you ain't did nothing with in years. You're gonna have to put them back together. So my people, what I'm trying to tell you, especially men, it ain't no substitution for hard work. Ain't no, you want the life you deserve? I tell men, the life you deserve comes after work. When you get off work and you say, man, my life ain't what I want it to be. When you get off work, giving them their time, then you go and get this other time to yourself. I be talking to these young brothers, and I say, how many hours you work? He said, oh man, I work 8 hours. I get off at 5. Okay, so you get off at 5. What you do when you get off work? Oh man, I usually come home and unwind, play video games. So okay, how long you play video games for? 2, 3 hours. 2, 3 hours. What I'm saying to people is, okay, you give the video game 2 to 3 hours of your time after work. Now, let's just say you come home after work and you still feel the same way. Let's say you get this 2, 3 hours to yourself doing something that you want to do. This is where the money is made. This is where the hard work comes in because you are mentally tired from the work. How you doing? You're mentally tired from the work, but now you got to come home and work for yourself. So you're doing double work, but you're doing the second job in preparation because this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. I got brothers that go to work and work 40 hours and they going to be HVAC mechanics after work. And then I be getting young brothers, man, it's so hard. It is hard when you ain't did the work. When you then took the elevator to success and somebody then took the stairs. On the stairs, let's just say me and you, we going to the 50th floor. And you took the elevator, you got up there in minutes, seconds actually. But I took the stairs. It took me damn near an hour to get to the 50th floor. But I know going down all the pitfalls. I know what it looks like going up. I know what I had to go through on them stairs. You're not gonna get that same anticipation on the elevator. The elevator is gonna take you right on up. But everybody wants this elevator success when really you should be looking for the stairs. You should be. What's going on, my good people? And really, this message is for men because I've been a man my whole life. I ain't never been a woman. So it's hard for me to say, well, you still understand a woman. Well, get over there. You can listen to this and you can implement it into your life. You can implement it with your sons. But this message is not necessarily for you. This message is for men. Because some men be at their mama house, playing on their mama all day. Oh, my back hurts. Be limping with that little fake limp. Well, really, you just playing your mama. But when you get outside, you can't play no man. Like, you can see a man dancing for a woman and showcasing for a woman, and the woman will be, she be so into it. She be like, oh my God, she still understand. He's so nice. And then another man will be like, what are you talking about? This the man you? Because another man can see another man. So let's just look at this scenario. It's some work over here. You done told a man to do some work. So I'm a man telling another man to do some work. And I come out there and you out here tap dancing for women. And the woman over there, she gonna be pleased. She be like, oh my God, did you see the dance moves? And I'm gonna be like, nah, I seen that he didn't do the goddamn work I asked him to do. This is the big difference between men and women. I'm not gonna let him pussyfoot me. Oh man, I didn't know how to do it. Oh man, man, get out of my face with that. Give me the work. See, but you can fool a woman. You can't fool no man. What's going on, brother? You're not gonna fool no man because the man know that it took hard work for him to do this. It took hard work for him to get to this level. You're not gonna come here and bullshit people, trying to play people like you might have played your mama. No way, buddy. So it's a lot of men, they get upset that men are not satisfied with their song and dance. When really, we looking for the work. How you doing, sir? We're looking for the work. I don't care nothing about that song and dance, and you can do the heel to toe. I don't give a damn about them line dances. What's up with this work over here? So that's the thing with work. The work ain't got no feelings. The work don't hurt you. The work don't want to beat you up. The work don't hate you. The work just want to be done. But if you've been spending your life, listen, oh, baby, it's going to be all right. Yeah, your mama, she going to make you feel good about yourself. Not me. My job is to get you up off your ass and make you go work. See, the woman, she know. See, the difference between women and men is women can live in a fantasy world as opposed to a man. Man can't live in no fantasy world. Women be like, I'm going to meet a Prince Charming. He going to take care of me and pay all my bills. And this might be true. This might be true. But when you're a young man, I want you to understand this. Don't no woman walk up to you and say, hey, I see you and you are such a beautiful man. I want to pay all your bills. I want to pay all your bills and take care of you and put you in a big old house. Don't no woman say that to no man. It's never going to happen. And if you're a man looking for something like that, you lost. You lost. Go ahead to cut the game off. You already lost. And guess what? You lost because you didn't think that the work required you. Yeah, the work requires you. You got to work the work. If the work is sitting over there and you like, man, I ain't worried about that, man, it's going to get done. It's not going to get done. It depends on you. It's hard for me to explain this to young men. Like, they be like, oh, man, you don't understand. Man, I remember I was in college, right? And I'm in college, full-time college, also working a full-time job, especially when I wasn't playing football in the off-season. I'm working a full-time job, working 60, 70 hours a week. And then my cousin, who goes to college after me, man, you just don't understand how hard it is to be a college athlete and play and go to and do schoolwork. So, nigga, I just did this. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? but you're not used to work. So now that you in the thing and you got to do the work, now it's hard because you're not used to doing work. You got to be lock and step with the work. So I've always been working. So when I see work, I don't be like, oh man, it's work again. You got to do the work. It ain't no substitute. Ain't nobody come to save you. Especially as no man. They ain't giving no man no food stamps. They gonna get a woman the food stamps. They were like, well, she ain't got no muscles. You got muscles, homie. God gave you muscles to work. Not to sit here and flex your muscles at women. Say, yeah, I got the muscles, girl. Get your ass to work. Get to work, homie. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is there is no substitute for hard work. You're going to always have to do the work, especially as a man. There is no substitute. There's no shortcut to success. It's a lot of people that can take that elevator up, but I'm telling you, when you get up to the top and you don't know what work looks like, you still don't have to do the work at the top, but you're not going to be prepared. And if you're not prepared, you already know what come after that. Failure, depression. Oh man, people don't understand. They do understand that you don't know how to work successfully. It's a lot of men that get into their marriage and they didn't think that they need to work on their communication. You thought that you could talk to your woman like you talk to your homeboys. Not gonna happen. Yes, sir. There is no shortcut for hard work. There is no substitute. It ain't no test where you can bypass this level of hard work. It's brothers that been hanging out at the store 15 years. Now they 33 years old. They like, okay, I want to change my life. I want to get it together. Well, you still got to start at level one on this end, buddy. You still got to start the job paying $10 an hour on this level, buddy. You got to work your way up to that. Because had you just started working your way up at that $10 when you was 18, now that you up to $40 and $50, you would appreciate that $10. But you didn't appreciate it. You wanted the elevator of success. You want to sell drugs to get up there. Well, it's a lot of stuff that come with selling drugs. You got to look behind your back because people are always looking for you. It's always something going on. You can't trust nobody. So now that you're making it over to the legal side, you want to do things the legal way, you think that, oh, okay, so I was working selling drugs, I can just get into middle management. Don't work that way, homie. I ain't no middle management for drugs. Well, I was a drug supervisor. If you ain't no goddamn pharmacist, you're not a drug supervisor, sir. You're a person that's going to start at the bottom. And you're going to work your way up. But you think, man, they not paying enough. They are paying enough. Your ass was not doing the work in the beginning. You took the elevator. So now you don't know the shortcuts. There is no shortcut for you. Me at 40, now at 46, hard work ain't even hard no more. It's just work. But you be talking to a young blood that ain't never worked. He ain't never worked consistently for years at something. And he try to tell you how hard the work is because he don't want to work. Somebody that don't want to work gonna always tell you the work is hard. So I'm trying to tell you, especially young men, especially men that grew up in a house with a woman and didn't have a man being on your ass, there is no substitute for hard work. And don't get up to a successful level and you ain't did the work. Everybody gonna know that you the fool in the room. Everybody gonna know that you are the one that didn't study. You the one that didn't study for the test. You just showed up and you got lucky and you put C on every answer and you passed. They gonna be like, so hold on, you don't know quantum physics? No, I don't know no quantum physics, man. I just put C's on the test, man, I passed. That's what it looks like at the top. When you get up there and you ain't did the doggone work. So that's all I'm trying to say, man. Young man, you can let people lie to you all day. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're gonna have to work. Sorry, you're gonna have to work. And it's hard. The work is hard. It ain't no substitutes. Ain't nobody coming to pat you on the back most times. You are the pat on the back. So the success at the end of the gate is the pat on the back. Don't get so used to getting praise all the time that you can't understand that hard work needs to be done to eventually get this praise that you're so-called looking for. Peace out, my good people.